Guys, how are you today? I'm gonna explain about some basic concepts of chemistry. Because I'm doing this because of to analyze my skills up to what extent did I learn about the GE mains exam in 2022. To analyze my skills, I'm doing this for that purpose. So I'm going to explain chemistry, a topic in chemistry, which is mole concept. More concept. It's pretty much easy actually. It's not it is the basics of chemistry which everybody should need in order to do anything in chemistry. So the lesson name also can be named as some basic concepts of chemistry. Today I'm gonna explain about this, and let's come to the point. Uh, First, we should know about a mole. In order to know about the mole concept, we should know about a mole. One mole is nothing but number of atoms present in 12 grams of carbon. One mole is equal to 6.022 into the 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms, or number of moles, or number of molecules, or number of some unit particles, whatever it may be. Number of one mole is equal to this is known as Avogadro number. One mole is equal to Avogadro number of that much of unit particles. This is the basics of mole concept. And now mole concept. Number of moles. Number of moles is given by number of unit particles by Avogadro number. Avogadro number is denoted by Na or N naught. Number of moles is given by number of, sorry, this is not, number of unit particles by Avogadro number. This is number of moles. And another big question for big doubt for main students is, while solving questions is, while solving like if in the question gram atom is provided, gram atom is nothing but a mole. Suppose let's take an example. Mm, in the question it was given that calculate the mass of uh, 10 gram atom of some element, let's say sodium. 10 gram atom of sodium, which means 10 moles of Na atoms, which is 10 into Avogadro number of Na atoms. So gram atom is nothing but a mole. Gram atom, we can replace gram atom by mole. That means 10 gram atom of Na, which is 10 moles of Na atoms, which is nothing but 10 into Avogadro number of atoms, Na atoms. So this is the one. and also gram molecule. Gram molecule. Gram molecule is also known as number of moles. It also can be replaced as number of moles. Like I'll give you an example for this also. Uh, 10 gram molecule of, let's say, some compound NO2. 10 gram molecule of NO2, which is nothing but 10 moles of N2, NO2. So these both are same. Gram molecule is nothing but number of moles. 10 gram molecules of NO2 contains how many oxygen atoms? Let's say how many oxygen atoms? Uh, let's let's uh, try an example. 10 gram molecules of CO2. Let's say CO2 in 10 grams of molecules of CO2. How many oxygen atoms are present? 10 gram molecule, in 10 gram molecules, 10 moles of CO2 are present. 1 mole CO2 contains Avogadro number of CO2 molecules. 10 moles, we here required thing is 10 moles of CO2 contains 10 into Avogadro number of CO2 molecules, right? That means in one molecule of CO2, how many oxygen atoms are present in one molecule of CO2? How many oxygen atoms are present? Two oxygen atoms. In one molecule of CO2, in one molecule of CO2, two oxygen atoms are present. That means that means 10 moles of CO2. We here in the question we are asked that here in the question we are asked that 10 gram molecules of CO2, in 10 gram molecules of CO2 how many oxygen atoms are present. We calculated that one molecule of NO2, one molecule of CO2, in one molecule of CO2 oxygen atoms, number of oxygen atoms are 2. In 10 moles of CO2, 10 into Avogadro number of CO2 molecules are present. That means in 10 moles of CO2, that is in 10 gram molecules, which is nothing but 10 moles of CO2. In 10 moles of CO2, number of oxygen are present is as one molecule contains two oxygen atoms. So 2 into 10 molecules of CO2, which we already calculated, that is 10 into Avogadro number of oxygen atoms. So 20 into Avogadro number of atoms are present in 10 gram molecules of CO2, oxygen atoms. So the conclusion is in 10 gram molecules of CO2, number of oxygen atoms is equal to how many oxygen atoms were present actually? 20 into Avogadro number of oxygen atoms were present in 10 gram molecules of CO2 or 10 moles of CO2. That's the conclusion. Let's do some question. It is JEE main September question. That is 2021 and 2021. The question says that the number of atoms in 8 grams of sodium is x into 10 to the power of 23. Now the value of x is question mark. This is the question given in JEE in September 2021. Also it was given that Avogadro number was given, and mass of sodium, atomic mass of sodium was given as 23 units. These were given in the bracket. So let's solve this question. Let's first read this question. Number of atoms in 8 grams of sodium is some x into 20 10 to the 10 power of 23. So we should find out this x. Let's find out, first we should find out number of atoms in 8 grams of Na. Uh, Sodium atomic weight is 23 and atomic number is 11. So in 23 grams of sodium, 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms were present in 23 grams of Na. That means 1 gram of Na contains 6.022 by 23 into the 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms. So in the question we were asked about 8 grams of sodium. 8 grams of sodium में in 8 grams of sodium 8 into 6.022 by 23 into 10 to the power of 23. Actually here in the question it was asked to find out the nearest integer. It was asked to calculate the nearest integer and put in the value of x. Here 8 into 6, approximately 6 8s are 48, 48 by 23, which is approximately 2 point something, but they asked integer, so the answer will be 2 into 10 to the power of 23. So the answer for this question was 2 into, sorry, the answer was 2.